A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Tuesday night edition of the show. Promises to be exciting, fun-filled as always. We are happy to be here. We are happy to do what we love to do, and that is to talk sports. And that's exactly what we'll be doing in the next 45 minutes this night. Thank you for joining us. My name is Toyin Ibitoye. I'm not alone. Starting off the show with me this Tuesday, Tunde Koiki, and of course, Cosmos Chukwuemeka. Guys, beautiful Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Wonderful day to talk sports. As we speak right now, massive quarter-final matches in the UEFA Champions League are going on. Other games will be played tomorrow as well. And what we will do, of course, our usual style is that as these games are going on, we will update you. Before we came in, both games had not produced any goals. I mean, that is to be expected at this stage of the UEFA Champions League. Very close games and usually victories by the narrowest of margins. But what we'll do on the program tonight is I will update you with those games and give you, what is happening around those matches at the Nou Camp and, of course, at the Old Trafford ground on Sports Tonight. So I'm sure we are in for a wonderful time. Let me also tell you that on the program tonight, we will take a look at continental football, club football. We just talked about UEFA Champions League. We'll look at what is happening on our own continent in Africa. The draws for the CAF Confederation Cup playoff round held today. We will give you all the lowdown. Bayelsa United look like they have a draw that is just fair. To put it in the appropriate way, just fair. Not too bad, not too good. So we'll talk about it on the program tonight. We will also spend some time to reflect on the domestic scene, what is going on around the domestic scene. And of course, being a Tuesday night, you know what we'll do on Tuesdays. We've been doing this for about 3-4 weeks now, and that is to bring you a special on athletics. Bambo Akoni is in the house, and you will find out in the next couple of minutes exactly what Bambo has got for us on Sports Tonight. Bambo has been putting together a series on making champions, returning Nigeria to those glory days. What exactly is up for us on Sports Tonight? When Bambo comes on set, you will find out if you stay tuned to Sports Tonight. So please get ready to be a part of the fun and let us enjoy the show together. And in our usual style, as we say, we know that you are key to all that we're doing on the show. Very key. Without you, there's no point for us to be here. And we want you to also help us through the show by giving us your opinion to the issues that we raise on the program using the following platforms showing on your screen: Facebook, channels, iPhone Sports, and of course, if you are convenient with Twitter, you can tweet us at channels_sports. My handle at Toyin Ibitoye is also there. So please take advantage of all of this and let us flow together as we go on Sports Tonight. Gentlemen, how do we start? Cosmos, how do we start the show today? Let's start with the girls. You know, the interesting thing about Nigeria is that when we are in a tournament and we crash out of the tournament,
the tournament is over.
The tournament is over for us. We don't follow the tournament anymore. But it's not fair. It's not fair on those who are still there. And if you have a sense of history, you will know that you need to follow through a tournament, particularly the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. I think there was a particular edition. The team that knocked us out went all the way and became champions of that. They won the trophy. They became champions at that level of world football. I think it's the same. That's why we should try to follow through so that we can also learn from those countries, correct our own flaws, and be ready to bounce back and improve on what has become a perpetual quarter-final finish for Nigeria. So let's start with the girls. Under-17 Women's World Cup semi-final matches played. I think last night, early this morning, and interesting results. Venezuela lost 1-4 to Japan.
Not surprising.
And then Spain, the conquerors of Nigeria, beat Italy 2-0.
Not surprising at all.
Well, if you say not surprising, I think in the case of Italy and Spain, I think I'm going to disagree a bit because the truth was that Spain got their goals from penalty. It wasn't the true reflection of the match. Italy had the game going for them. Italy, as far as I'm concerned, were the better side. And Spain got 2 penalties and they just scored. So it wasn't like they scored from open play. As far as I'm concerned, looking at
that is where I disagree with you, Cosmos. You know, sometimes tactics play an immense amount of a huge part in football. What if the tactics of the Spanish was to soak up the pressure and get the 2 goals that mattered either on the break? But penalties is part of the game. They got it in regulation time. Yes. They got it on the pitch. They didn't get it in the stands. So if that was part of their tactics, then I'm thinking it works to perfection. Maybe they recognize that the Italian team were more physical, were stronger, and had better stamina, and decided to soak up all the pressure and get the 2 goals that mattered and lock up shop.
Anyway, game not over yet. Venezuela and Italy will have to play for 3rd place.
Oh yeah.
At this level, and then the big one, Spain against Japan. Both teams played from the same group.
Yes. Yeah, from the same group. Both teams played from the same group,
and it was the Japanese
winning by 2 goals to nothing.
Yeah. So a time, and these are very tricky games to call. When you have played once in a tournament and you are playing again the second time, you really need to be careful because the team that you beat have corrected their mistakes and are ready to surprise you.
Yeah, definitely. But you have to look at these Japanese girls. One of the best side, probably the best side in this year's competition. As far as I'm concerned, I can liken them to the Golden Eaglet team of UAE 2013. So very good side. They know how to play football. They are the kind of team that you will wake up by 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning to watch. Not like our Nigerian side, with all due respect. Yeah, because
you're not giving them respect.
I'm not giving them respect. Yeah, but the Japanese side, a very good team, and as far as I'm concerned, against the Spaniard girls, it's just going to be like what happened between Nigeria and Mexico at the Under-17 World Cup.
So what are you expecting in the final game?
Well, I'm expecting I'm actually expecting a brilliant game. I'm expecting a tactical game. It's like you said, it's very close to call. Japan won the first time around by 2 goals to nothing. Spain, you would expect, would have corrected those mistakes and would give them an even stiffer test. Possibly. There might also be the possibility that Japan might actually up their game and even hand out an even bigger beating. So you can go anywhere. But at this level of football, because they are young, they're a bit naive, it now depends on just how well the coaches have instilled their tactics in the players and how well they've drilled them continuously on the training pitch and how well they take to those particular instructions on the training pitch. Because when they cross that white line, like I said, they are juveniles. They are novices at this age, at this level of football. It depends on how well they've been schooled on the training pitch. It depends on how that will determine who takes it. But it's a very good game, very close game. Japan were world champions at senior level. Their quality is now beginning to show at the lower level.
And
investments in football. In Japan, school sports is a massive thing. And that is why all the girls that you see here, all of them are secondary school girls or high school girls like you.
So you can imagine how bright their future is.
Definitely.
You can track their progress. All of them are high school girls, every single one of them. None of them plays for a professional club.
I'm sure the same applies to Spain.
To Spain as well. And you're beginning to wonder because Spain is known for dominance at the senior in the men's game. And now they're beginning
into the women's game.
Now they're beginning to invest in the women's game. So I think a lot of people should keep a close eye.
If it is working for the men, it will work.
It's a case of duplicating it.
And Cosmos, let's come to the men. I mean, Tunde has raised the point that we need to really focus on now that we've talked about, now that we have brought the men's game into it.
Okay.
Our boys, last year about this time, were getting ready for the Under-17 World Cup. They went there, dominated, took everybody out, and became champions. They were so convincing. Nobody came close to our boys. Why can't we replicate the same for the girls? We know how we got these boys. We know the number of months. We had an
the kind of investments we made.